Yo, we are live. What's up? All right. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the Linux course for Boot.dev, and then probably tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and just jump into the Git stuff. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll go ahead and wait for ads to finish. We'll chill just for a little bit. I'm pretty much all set up today. Let me go ahead and toss this in Discord. And then I will also... Oh, I do got to change the thumbnail, though. We are on day 21 of surviving JavaScript. But like usual, there's going to be music on Twitch, no music on YouTube. All right. '21, share, download. Change and update. Update that thumbnail, and then we are good to go. All right. What's up, Frozen? Happy Monday to you as well. How you doing, man? Oh, you know, I want to listen to a different playlist today. Brand new songs. Let's try it out. What's up, Jake? How's it going? Not a lot is up with me. I am just... I don't know, I got a good workout in, man. I haven't raised my heart rate like that in a while. Running is usually the only thing that can raise my heart rate like that, so I'm chilling. Today's good. My wrists are feeling a little bit better. I think I'm going to wait. I'm still lifting, but I'm not doing any pushing. Like, I'm doing pull downs and stuff like that, but not pushing. So I think tomorrow I'll do like low row and see how my wrists handle that. But I'm ready to work out like every day, man. Life is good. And we're almost done with this. And this week I got to create a bunch of videos. Bunch of videos for February. And I kind of gave people a heads up on the vibe of the videos, of at least some of the videos that we're going to create. Seems like it was well received in today's video, but we shall see. But how you guys doing? How are you guys doing? So this is going to be a little bit of a different playlist. Probably like a good live coding playlist, to be honest. And I also, in the Discord, I did post a new kind of, this is more of a controversial topic, and I think people are going to have different perceptions on what that question even means. Sometimes it's going to be spiritual. Sometimes it might not, might be a little bit esoteric. I don't know, like everyone's going to have a different perception of it, but I'm looking forward to seeing some of the responses with that. But essentially, the question, and I think this... I think it's good to just remind ourselves of like why the fuck we're like getting up every day, you know? The two questions I posed, why are you alive? And what are you willing to die for this very day? I think those are two very interesting questions that can say a lot about, it's not even about like what does motivate you. It's just like, do you know what motivates you? Like deep down, do you know what pulls you through the hard times in life? And if you don't know that, maybe that's why you're having a lot of trouble dealing with stuff. But I think those are two good questions that I think everyone should consider. But we'll see. Good to hear that. I sprained my ankle. Oof. So I had to skip workout today. Damn, man. That's rough. Dude, injuries suck. Also, with your advice, I'm trying to pick up Java and Spring Boot to be more marketable. I don't know if that's going to make you more marketable, Jake. Never said that. I don't think I said that. But I did say to consider it and definitely do your own research with that. Caught up with homework. Next assignment is to create a podcast and edit in Adobe Audition. Gotcha. Adobe Audition. I don't use Adobe products anymore. I used to have Adobe Cloud. I mean, they're pretty good products. I'm not, I don't know if I'm, I don't even care to be a good video editor. Like, that's kind of a skill that you're supposed to build up as a YouTuber. Eventually, like, that's probably going to be one of the first things I outsource. My wife, kids, and mom are my motivation to work harder, increase my pay. Okay. You started Boot.dev with Python. Nice. How you liking it? I also think people should, like, I think it's great to think outside yourself. But I also think you need to be a little bit selfish about it too. I think constantly building up your own life for other people is not sustainable. And I think there's probably something deeper and stronger, a deeper and stronger desire or want for yourself that might give you longer lasting fuel. I think both are good. But I would consider that. Yeah, I mean that you gave me some idea what to do, and I like, oh, like I said, Java's the best possibility to get a job as a junior in my country. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I just want to make sure, because if I say something incorrectly, I don't want to mislead you. Paul, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome. But yes. Okay, so you've done a little bit of research and you are diving into it. That's pretty cool. Nice. Hell yeah. Let me know how you like it. It's probably similar to Nest. It's why I chose it. Plus Spring, it's very marketable. Awesome, man. Awesome. You have to let me know how you like it. Dude, you know what I'm thinking? So, I might just learn Angular on stream and start live coding on stream. The only problem is I don't want backseat coding. I don't think I do. I don't know if I do. And everyone wants to seem to do it. But so I had put it on myself to code off stream, to learn Angular off stream and build up Twitch Sprout off stream, and my progress has stagnated. So maybe I just bite the bullet and do it on live stream, like maybe after we get done with Boot.dev or something. Because if I'm not even doing it off stream, then I'm not really having the fun I want to have with it. At least on stream, we could reserve backseat coding for like regulars and enforce that. But I was having fun doing it on stream. I just thought like, hey, maybe this is an activity I could like enjoy in my spare time, but I haven't been doing it. Not in my spare time. So I might live code a bit. I'll have to think about it. Going into February, I got to think about my new schedule. I was even thinking about like Tuesdays and Thursdays doing longer hours of live streaming. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I take care of other stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll finish up January and see where we go from here. But if you guys, I'm going to go ahead and post the pinned comment. If you guys have questions, blockers about becoming a web dev, feel free to ask in chat. And in a few minutes, we're going to probably jump into it. This music's pretty good. Good for live coding. You know, we should take a day out to listen to synthwave again too. Have web dev career questions. You have questions about becoming a web dev, feel free to ask in chat. We'll pin that. All right. And if you would, please do like the live stream on YouTube. It helps boost it. We only have 1 like. YouTube is not pushing these out. Not that much. It pushes it out afterwards, but not during the live stream. All right. That's pinned. Let's post it on Twitch. There we go. So far, so good. I'm doing some basic stuff with Java right now to get more comfortable with it. Okay, and I don't dislike it, even though I thought, or you probably thought it would not be enjoyable due to its verbosity, but got myself educational license if JetBrains and IntelliJ makes the experience very enjoyable. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Never used Nest. Of course, I saw some stuff with it, and yeah, they say that Nest was created to be Spring, like so. Yeah, I don't know if it was created like Spring or it was just kind of like following the architecture of Angular. I hear is heavily inspired by Angular. I don't know what they were focusing on. You are 100% right. They are similar. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. But I'm really thinking about building something with Python and Django at some point. I don't think it's going to be a big project, but it's going to be something. Once we get done with all the Python stuff, we'll probably build something with it. And it seems that people are kind of down to build a community project for the hackathon. And I think that could be fun. I think we'll do something like that. Maybe we even start it sometime in February. What's up, Devon? Question, how would you go about learning about unit testing? Is that even a thing for front end? I would learn about testing on front end, whether you're going to be writing more unit test or kind of like slightly integration test. I think it's just looking it up. You can look up YouTube videos. You can look up articles. There are courses for it. There are courses on Udemy for it. But I would just look around and see what what kind of courses exist for creating tests on the front end. But that is a thing, yes. I currently do Java for work right now, but I'm learning Go right now, planning to build some projects and find other work doing Go. Okay. Doing Go, huh? We will eventually get to Go. I'm still curious about Go. Well, that's pretty cool. What's up, Angela? Enjoyed your latest video about your 2025 plans. Hard truths have to be told by someone. I'm glad you liked it. I'm genuinely surprised. Every time I say this, I'll get a dislike, but I don't think I've gotten any dislikes on that video yet, which is crazy. I was basically telling people that weren't that serious about this profession to just give up. Like, make room for other people that are serious about it. I figured it'd trigger some people, and I literally, like, I'll show you it. Gotta wait for it to save. All right. %100 ratio. I am genuinely surprised at that. Like, I flat out told people, like, dude, like, maybe it's not for you, just give up. But, like, the truth is, dude, like, man, we only have one life to live. If you really don't, there's so many different avenues in tech to go down. You really don't like coding that much? What the fuck are you doing with your time? Like, why? Why do you hate yourself so much to continue pushing yourself through something you don't enjoy? Like, why? For a career, why are you pushing yourself towards a career that you're not going to enjoy? You're going to spend like 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, just throwing your life away. What are you doing? Like, do you not, like, quite frankly, do you not love yourself? Seriously, like, do you not care about yourself enough to guard your time? Do you not care about yourself enough to, like, understand that you have very limited life to live and you are going to waste a third of it doing something you don't enjoy? Like, is your life that worthless? It's sad. It really is sad, because I think a lot of people need to spend a little bit more time figuring out like what they truly enjoy doing. You can make money doing a lot of things you wouldn't expect when you really love it. And you're going to have to be creative with it and how you make that money. But entrepreneurship is a thing. Content creation around that topic is a thing. Like, you can make kind of like side little crafts into full-blown businesses if you are willing to learn the necessary skills to be able to monetize whatever you love to do. Why the hell are you spending so much time? It's because you were lied to. It's because you were told that software engineering was a I always butcher this, get rich quick scheme. You were lied to. And whoever lied to you about that, you probably shouldn't listen to them anymore. And that's okay. Find, what you're passionate about. Find what you really enjoy. Stop wasting your life. That's essentially what inspired that video, because it's just sad to see so many people dump so much time and force themselves through something that they don't really enjoy because they were lied to. Is that not sad? To me, that's so sad. And I think throughout February, we're going to be doing a bit of a gut check for a lot of people. And I want to try to give really good advice and identify where I think a lot of people are screwing up with a job search. But it's going to be a gut check for some. So we'll see how people take it. Amorous Boy, thanks for the follow. Welcome. You're welcome, Devon. Try not to give up here. Okay. Would you want to do Go for backend work or still do JavaScript? I don't know. I haven't worked with Go. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think I'd want to do Python for backend work necessarily. I wouldn't be against it. Sorry for misspelling a lot of stuff. I'm not 100%. You're good, man. You're good. What's up, Renee? How you doing, man? What's up, Paul? Yeah, I'm doing awesome. How are you doing, Paul? How's your Monday going? Hey, Don, I love to teach people that I know in the front end, but sometimes don't feel I'm good enough to teach it. Okay, what is the question? And hello, Emma. People have a misconception it's one of the few jobs that may pay a little. Yeah, it's not one of the few. That is a misconception. That is crazy that people think that. Yes. Work-life balance, even if you scrape by but don't hate getting up those work days, is crazy how much it changes your life. I'm not sure. Work-life balance, even if you scrape by but don't hate getting up for work, those work days is crazy how much it changes your life. What do you mean by that? Changes your life in what way? Are you talking about work days where you are doing something you love or doing something that you don't hate? Bro, I just watched your last video. Proud of your next steps to becoming better. I have learned a lot from your perspective. Keep going, big dog. I appreciate that, Seth. I actually, I forgot about that part of the video. Yeah, I talked about kind of just the better habits that I'm trying to build. Maybe that's why it had so many likes. I completely forgot about that. I did. It's in the thumbnail too. One lit 12. Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like my mind is clearing up. I do. The one thing I noticed, and I'm kind of just paying attention to what I put in my body, but so first of all, I'm going to change this song. I am not a fan of this song. What the fuck is this? Maybe this one. So I think Ginkgo biloba is something, it's a nootropic that I kind of have taken in the past that gives me a good amount of energy. It gives me very competitive energy. Like if I want to get shit done, it gives me it just gives me competitive energy. And I'm a very competitive person, and I use that energy pretty effectively. And I'll think about the people. It's good for like if I think I'm behind where I should be, or I think I'm behind other people and I want to compare myself to other people. I take that and it kind of like just really motivates me to put in like 2 extra hours that day or something like that. It like it just gives like a very competitive mindset. But I stopped taking it because I notice I'm a little bit more irritable with it too. I don't think it's good to take when I'm live streaming. It's good to take when I'm low energy and like I'm not going live that day or I'm creating a video or something like that. But I'm kind of just paying attention to stuff that I put in my system that might have like woken me up a little bit. And I'm liking it. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to pay attention to the foods I eat or the meal I eat before stream and how I feel afterwards. Or like the type of workout that I do and like how does high intensity affect my productivity? I think that kind of stuff is fun. I like min-maxing a bit. I think that's fun. But I'm starting to pay attention to more than just like clearing my mind from alcohol and bad food. But I'm just having fun with kind of just my mindset again. I'll probably talk about that more in future videos. I'd like to do one of those videos like once every 3 months. Imagine putting in 6+ hours per day for 2-3 years for a CS degree, learn 2 backend languages, frameworks, and deployed 3 SaaS. You will still say I haven't tried hard enough. Not every situation is the same. Who has said that you haven't tried hard enough? Whoever said that? But who are you arguing with? Having a job you don't just fucking dread, even if you're not making as much money, it's better over. Yes, 100%. It's better overall quality of life. And a lot of software engineer increase their lifestyle. A lot of software engineers gain a more expensive lifestyle. A lot of people think that they're going to have a lot of extra money left over, but all it is just more responsibility with an increased lifestyle. A lot of people do that. Then they feel trapped. Then you upgrade, and you get those golden handcuffs. And just lock yourself into something. And before you know it, it's hard to switch. How do I improve my JavaScript? I feel awful at teaching it sometimes. Build stuff with JavaScript. You could dive a bit deeper. There are series like, I know it's not complete, but the second iteration of You Don't Know JS is pretty good. There are series that'll dive deeper into JavaScript, but I think you got to solve more complex problems and build more complex things with it. You feel, so I can't tell you like how to change how you feel. I think maybe you probably should have a mentor watch you teach someone that has been mentoring people with JavaScript for a while, and give you some feedback. That could be helpful too. What's up, Dewey? How you doing? Mo money, mo problems. Very true. Very true. All right. I'm ready today. I think it's going to be a shorter day, so that's why I'm spending a little bit more time. With just chatting. Good conversation. In your last video, you came across like every junior developer doing the bare minimum. I never said that. I get that many are doing that, but me personally, I have put a lot into this. Then I'm not speaking to you. You took it personally when I wasn't speaking to you. I don't think that necessarily identifies you as one of those people, but it could identify insecurities in you. But yeah, you just took it personally. If you are putting your full effort, then I'm not talking to you. You just took it personally. People don't actually understand how hard it is to break into the industry. I agree with that. That's something I talked to him about in my video. It's all good. Yeah, whenever you watch a content creator's video, you got to be very careful that... Here's what I would do. Like, if I watch a content creator's video and they go hard on a topic, if I'm taking what they're saying personally, it probably means that I have some insecurity in that area. If you are putting in your full effort, so there are a lot of people in this community that are putting in their full effort and they hear my video like that, they watch it and they're like, I know who he's talking about. I know who he's talking about. He's not talking about me. And so it could just be insecurity. If I watch a content creator's video that like goes hard and I'm like, damn, like this guy's kind of being a dick to me. And I'm like, I gotta sometimes pull back, be like, wait a minute. Do I identify as the person he's talking about? Maybe I do. And maybe I gotta correct my self-image, how I see myself. Or maybe he's right. And I could be putting more effort in. But I wouldn't like... That's why you got to be careful of content creators. Like, he is labeling everyone, and especially me. He's like labeling me as someone who just isn't putting full effort in. Fuck this dude, right? It's easy to kind of get that emotional reaction. It is, but I think a lot of it just, you got to check yourself on that. I have massive insecurity. I agree. I'm afraid wasting 5 years and getting nothing out of it. And that, you know, that's rough, man. That's rough, right? To think about, fuck, I've invested all of this time, I'm going to get nothing out of it. You know who gets nothing out of it? Seriously. People who, when they are met with realistic expectations, they finally give up. Those are the only people that don't get anything out of it. That's it. Only people. When you have to realize, like, as thousands, kind of as I've mentored thousands of aspiring developers, I see a lot of people who put way less effort than you think they do. Like, way less effort. Usually I'm talking to like a big chunk of people. Obviously not everyone. In every piece of advice that I give, there are always going to be exceptions. This is an obvious thing that people take me literally just because I triggered them. They're like, yeah, but what about this one tiny little scenario? Okay, that's fine. You could have your little anecdotal experience, but here's what I'm seeing after mentoring thousands of people trying to land that position. There are a lot of people that are not doing what you're doing. And they aren't investing. What did you say? I want to get this right. They aren't investing 6+ hours per day for 2 to 3 years. You think majority of people are investing that amount of time, even if they're doing like part-time work? Do you think their ratio of their days look like that with their free time? Fuck no. No. I think you truly underestimate the amount of time that you're putting in and the effort that you're putting in. And I think as long as you don't quit, that is going to pay off. You are one of the minority of people who is taking this very seriously. And you should feel proud of that. Because there are a lot of people, and I think a lot of junior developers don't realize this, but there are a lot of people that you are competing with that are not doing what you're doing. They are not putting in that effort that you think they are. They really aren't. And they are going to be flushed out, and they're going to give up. Good. So people like you who are taking this seriously, can be taken a little bit more seriously in the interviews, can stand a bit more of a fighting chance because employers aren't getting completely spammed with a lot of low effort people. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? Just stopping by real quick. Have to go study for an interview, do some schoolwork. All right. Well, hello to you. Happy Monday. You're welcome, Emma. Teach more people. It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't know where your JavaScript skills are, but just teach more people. All you can do, Emma, literally, is just get better and then teach. Just keep teaching. You think I was like I still have room to grow as a mentor, but you think I was a good mentor when I started? Fuck no. Fuck no. And I was deathly afraid that I was going to like lead people the wrong way. And here's what I would suggest though, is like have that person, whoever you're mentoring, be open to hearing other perspectives, right? And making it clear, like, listen, this is my perspective. If you find, advice from another mentor or someone else like works better for you and you can understand a concept more, like go with that. It's all about like finding people who kind of just can say things in a way that sync with how you understand things. And I think like a healthy thing that I learned over time is that I can't help everyone. And my teaching style, my mentorship style isn't going to be for everyone. It's just not, and that's okay. It's why I probably refund I think it's about like 10 to 15% of the mentorship requests now, but I'll refund people. I'm like, if they don't give I might follow up on some of their responses with my pre-questions, and if I don't feel like it's a good fit, it's like, it's just not a good fit. I don't think I can help you, and that's okay. I appreciate that and fully agree. Not going to give up, and will hopefully land luckily soon. Thank you. You're welcome, man. Can you say your worst mentorship experience? I don't know if I have like a shining example. I think a couple were someone, and I feel like I made this pretty damn clear, but I definitely started making it clear afterwards. Like, I'm not here to give you like an entire path forward. We need to dig into your situation, and I need to teach you how to like research your damn path. Someone basically wanting like an exact step-to-step plan on them getting a job. That's not going to happen. Everyone is going to be different, and you're going to use your background differently. You're going to use your skills, your personality differently. And if you are looking for a templated solution, you will find people to give you that. I don't think it's going to be as effective as you think it will. But I would say like I had someone that just wanted a template. I told them I'm not going to do a template. We'll dig into the situation. I'm not going to give them a specific coding bootcamp. I think that's where I added that in my poll is even afterwards, it's like I warned him ahead of time because he was asking for a specific coding bootcamp recommendation, but I actually put a pre-poll question or pre-question in my mentorship sessions that makes you verify now that I am not going to recommend a coding bootcamp, specific one. I didn't recommend one ever. In my mentorship sessions, you know how much money I could have made with those recommendations? I could have fucking milked the hell out of aspiring developers with that after all the reviews I did. Not once have I ever just gave a blank recommendation like that. I think maybe that, where even after all the heads up, he just wanted me to give him a template, tell him what coding bootcamp to go to, and nope. But I would say there's, like a couple that are like very egotistical, and they probably, I don't know. I think they're just going to have I haven't followed up with them, but they're probably, if they haven't already, going to have a rough time becoming a software engineer. Kind of when I detect that ego and they're not open to any feedback, or they take it really personally, it's like, listen, this is like a 1 hour session. There are some sessions that I do long term, but I do those with people that don't have an ego. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to break through your ego and be able to gain the trust from you for you to let your guard down for me to help you, right? So people like come in hard with an ego. I think it's a little bit harder to help them. I think that's about it. I haven't had like any really bad ones. Can you tell us more about your opinion of learning technical skills via Boot.dev? I've never heard of it before, but checked it out before. I see it costs money. Is the subscription price worth it in your opinion for new learners? What makes the content on Boot.dev special and distinct? I'm still pretty fresh into it. I like it because I think, one of Lane's philosophies is like a lot of people give up on learning because it's not fun, and he makes it fun. I think there are a lot of backend developers that are kind of gamers at heart, and he kind of appeals to that by making it truly a gamified experience, right? You're kind of building up your character as you're going along. I don't care about that personally. Honestly, I think I'm not someone that's going to be captured by that. Like, I'm not even opening any of my loot boxes. I just don't care about that. If I want to play a game, I'll play a game. But one thing I can say confidently is the reason why I partnered with Boot.dev as an affiliate is two things. One, his mindset. He has a mindset that a lot of other course creators don't have, and it's to be really fucking good at what you do. Like, to really care about your craft and to just hold yourself to a high standard, right? Integrity-wise as well, but also technically and what you're capable of. So he does that pretty well, and I like the mindset. A lot of it is like, I believe in the creator. But second, it's a pretty deep course for backend. And I have yet to find even coding bootcamp curriculums don't go this deep into the backend. But I have yet to find any course that is an alternative to a CS degree that goes as deep as Boot.dev goes with the backend. It's really the depth that has been lacking in a lot of courses. And with backend, it's just a very rare thing to find. So is it worth it to you? I would look into just trying it out and see if it gives a refund policy. But also, the material itself is free. It's the interactivity you're paying for. So you should be able to look at some of the material and decide for free if it's for you. But I think you're just going to have to make a choice, because I don't think anyone can answer the question, is it worth that amount of money? It just depends on your situation and you. But I would say it's heavily focused on backend. It's not a full stack course. It's not a front end course. It's heavily backend. So if you are considering backend, that's when you consider Boot.dev. Hello, 49 years old, retired Army, then traveled around the world as an ESL teacher. Started my coding dev path only 3 to 4 months ago. Nice, man. How's it? Can I talk today? Hello? How has it been going? Yeah, it's nice. You can see the material for free. Help get a basic understanding of Docker. Dude, we're going to be learning so much stuff that I kind of just like briefly went over, and I know I have no skills in. I think it's going to be fun, man. What's up, Veer? How you doing? Free sections and 30-day refund, I am sure, for Boot.dev. Awesome. Everything's free, though, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Everything is free, right? You just don't get the interactivity. Maybe you don't get to do the quizzes, or you don't get the AI help. You don't get the level up stuff. But I actually would love someone to correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought every single section was free. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? How's it going? All right, I think we're good to go. We'll continue bouncing back and forth, and we'll continue chatting for sure. But we're gonna knock this out today. What's your opinion on what should we put under our experience section on LinkedIn, even though we don't have a developer job yet, post bootcamp? I mean, you put your experience. If you don't have developer experience, it's not anything you want to put. or anything you should put. There's like, if you could put freelance experience if you've actually, built a website for a company, like a legitimate one, not like, oh, I formed my own LLC and I built this website and I'm a software engineer here, not some lying bullshit like that, but like you actually went around your town and you approach businesses and you're like, I could replace your website, or I could, maybe they don't have a website, they just have a social media profile. You're like, I can go ahead and build a landing page for you, right? And we can go ahead and try to get some organic traffic and going to your restaurant or whatever business it is. That, and then you list that as freelance experience. There's other things you can list as experience, but ultimately, like, you build a really impressive project. Gain a user base behind it. And that's what you're highlighting on your resume. And you list it as such. Like, if you've gained like 30, 40 users, or you've gotten like 100 downloads with your mobile app that you built, that's a great thing to list. You're not lying and saying that you were a professional developer there. But one thing you can do, if it's like a real professional looking product, one thing you can do, and like you're getting users, like it's a real app, like a full-fledged app that you built, people are using it, people find value in, you could put the name of the app under experience, dash, and put founder. Be very clear about that. Put founder, comma, developer, or whatever, software engineer. When you put founder, that indicates to employers that, like, okay, this is kind of like, it is a personal project, but it's something that you see as like potentially not professional experience, but you see as like a much higher grade of a project than just some random coding bootcamp project, right? And when you're able to back it up with a user base, with constant iteration with it, you are getting user feedback, you are building an agile process around it, there are open issues on it, you have a proper README, it looks like like it has a landing page, it actually looks like a real product, and you've built it as such, that's when you can kind of list it under experience, put founder, comma, and then developer. But I think that founder is important because then it just becomes a lie. It really is like more of a personal project, but it's an extremely strong personal project. So it depends if you built anything like that. But I would focus less on like, what do I put under experience? And I would focus a little bit more on like, let's flush out at a very impressive project. One of the most complex, usable, practical, valuable things that I can build that'll also showcase my skills. And we're going to lead with that. Oh, you did well with the technical assessment. Awesome, man. That's awesome, Dylan. Yeah, keep us up to date with that. All right, let's dive in. Package managers. A package manager is a software tool. Oh, and by the way, so if you don't know what we're doing, you just kind of came here because we're just randomly BSing. We are going through the last section of the Linux course, packages, and we're going to dive into this, finish this probably today. But then we move on to Git, most likely tomorrow. All right, a package manager is a software tool that helps you install other software. Its primary functions include downloading software from official sources, installing software, updating software, removing software, managing dependencies. As a developer, you'll frequently use package managers to get access to the software you need to get your work done. Ubuntu. Advanced Package Tool is the primary package manager for Ubuntu. To be fair, you can use other package managers on Ubuntu, but ABT is a default, most common. If you're on WSL and Ubuntu, you'll be using APT. If you're on another Linux setup, I pray you already know what package manager you're using. If you're on WSL or Ubuntu, check to make sure you have APT installed by running the following command. We are not on either. Brew. There isn't a default package manager for macOS. The most popular but unofficial package manager is Homebrew. If you're on macOS and You don't have Homebrew installed. You can install it by running the following command. We do have it installed. Let's install something. Ooh. NeoVim is a hyper extensible and newer version of Vim, which is a new version of V, which is a popular command line text editor. Okay. So Mac instructions. If you're using Homebrew on Mac, you can install NeoVim by running the following command. We are officially installing NeoVim. Let's do it. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, let's make sure we installed it properly. Check your version. Paste the output, all of it. Okay. I'm reading today. Did you notice that? Get out of here. I hate updates. Let's go. Getting closer to a neckbeard developer now with NeoVim. Let's go. Hell yeah. Don't spoil it, Jay. What are you doing? That's part of the adventure to figure that out. Man. Don, tomorrow I don't know how to quit NeoVim, so from now on I will use it as my text editor. That's how they convert you to NeoVim, by the way. Maybe we'll figure. Well, Jay spoiled it. Damn it, Jay. You spoiled it. You ruined it. Odin Project Foundation, the Ruby section of the Rails path. What? What? What are you talking about? What? 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 Oh, I gotta text someone. I'm gonna do that midstream. Because I am already a terrible streamer. But I had some kind of side family end up in the hospital. 1 second. Okay. All right, done. I wanted to do it before stream. I completely forgot. Linux for the win. I use whatever editor comes installed with my work laptop. Dude, I really don't care that much about an editor right now. Maybe I'll change. I don't know. If it gotta be Vim, then so be it. Do you not really like Vim that much? Using NeoVim. This isn't a course on NeoVim. We need at least 420 more lessons for that, but let's at least figure out how to edit a file and exit the program. See? Jay, we didn't need you to spoil it. Don't be fooled. Exiting Vim or NeoVim is one of the greatest hurdles you must overcome as a developer. It's a rite of passage. It's a badge of honor, and Jay took that away from us. Assignment. There's a public file containing a company password. Use NeoVim. All right. NeoVim public company What is the command? nvim? All right, we're in. It's a text file that's using Markdown syntax. You can open a file with NeoVim by pressing the file path as an argument. Once it's open, you might notice that you can't type anything. That's because you're in normal mode, the mode for navigating and manipulating text. Use the arrow keys. I know Vim sacrilege to move your cursor. Okay, down to the last line. Oh, that's the last line. All right. Enter insert mode by pressing I. Okay. You should now be able to delete the password. Replace the password with the text redacted. I can't. Okay. Really? Okay. I. The password line, replace just the password with the text redacted. When you're done, press escape to return to normal mode. Okay. Then type W and press enter to change to save the changes. Finally, type Q to quit. We do not need your help, Jay. Shut your ass up. No more spoilers. We need to figure this out. You're taking the adventure away from me. You asked how that was going, and I answered with a novel. No, yours didn't appear. I will bring it and show you. Oof. That's right. Answered with a novel. This is the last thing I see. And then the very next message is Odin Project Foundation in the Ruby section. That's all I see. That's all I see, buddy. I have no idea what you're talking about. Keep in mind, if you're answering with a novel, you're not going to be able to do that on YouTube. Twitch is a bit different with that, not YouTube. Should have cut you off. Like, YouTube should cap your message. You shouldn't be able to type more, I think. Honestly, it's just a text editor. You can use Nano. We're going through the curriculum. Jay, actually, just like, let us go through the curriculum. I feel like maybe you're a bit jumpy on things. Let us just go through the curriculum and kind of enjoy our experience. Because now you're just like, oh, well, you could just use Nano. Like, just, yeah, let us enjoy the curriculum. Chill out. Chill out a bit. I used to work in big tech, and I remember one of my coworkers used Vim with no syntax highlighting. My guy is a demon. We'll see what I like more. I'm new here. What curriculum is this? This is Boot.dev. We're going through Boot.dev. It is in the title of the video that you are watching. Is it not? It is literally in the title. Jay, come on, man. Learning the terminal with Boot.dev. Come on. All right, let's dive in. What else? You have successfully edited a file and escape from NeoVim. Nice. Use cat to view the contents of the edited file. Paste the contents into the input field and submit. Let's go. I know that's why it was more than one message. None of it went through, Numbkins. You'll be able to, if it goes through, it's kind of hard to see, right? Because the text is, you know what we could do? Wait, why don't we do this? Right? Like, we can keep pressing clear. It's not a big deal. But you'll see your, if your message goes through, you'll see it pop up on screen. Yeah, it'll be right on screen. Package manager review. Apt and Brew aren't the only package managers out there. There are many, many more, though they do happen to be two of the most popular, especially on Linux and Mac. How does a package manager work? When you type a command like apt install neovim, package manager will check to see if the package is already installed. If it's not installed, it will download the package from a repository. It will install the package on your computer. It will install any dependencies that the package needs to run. It will hopefully add the package to your path if it should be there. Good package managers keep track of what packages you have installed and what versions of those packages you have installed. They keep your file systems nice and tidy. Make sure you haven't installed 10 different instances of the same package or application. For your edification, take a look at where your package manager installed nvim on your file system. The which command, will help. And for those on Twitch, we are doing a new playlist today. Trying a new one. I actually took it from Quinn. He's a Twitch streamer, but I like his music. Not all of his songs, but I do like his music overall. I think it works well with live coding. All right. Actually, I don't hear it. Yeah. Copy, paste. Wait, no, we're not copy pasting it, but we just have the path. Cool. It shows on my feed. Yep, YouTube will do that. It'll hide your messages from my feed and everyone else's feed. Yep. Yeah, YouTube has this auto mod thing where like it's nothing I can control, but it has this auto mod thing where it'll hide certain messages and others it won't. A lot of times if you have like a bunch of messages, it might hide some of it. It decides like maybe you've commented on other videos and like you just were controversial. Automod thought you were like being rude to people or you were getting political or like it could be like a huge number of things. But then Automod, what I found, and this is just anecdotal, like when people come in and they talk about their experiences of this, what I found is they like a lot of their messages will be more strictly looked at, even if they're innocent messages. So Automod kind of has its own rules, and as a streamer, there's nothing I can do. It just sucks. Yeah, if you ever want to make sure your messages get through, Twitch is the platform. Okay, so manage the installation. They do that. They download, debug code, and fix problems. This is what they don't do. Webby is one. I don't know how I feel about this song. The song's weird. Oh. Maybe it's good. I don't know. There is one more package manager. Actually, more of an anti-package manager. I want to introduce you to Webby. Oof. Webby lets you install command line tools directly from the web with no need for a local command line tool like apt or brew. You don't need to install Webby itself at all. Instead, you just run a shell command that downloads and runs the tool's official installer script. Let's install LSD, a more modern version of the ls command. It's essentially ls with a bunch of extra features. Ooh. Go to Webby and look at the LSD entry. Navigate to its page and select the correct instructions to install it on your system. You should simply need to copy and paste and run a single command on your terminal. All right. Ooh, path. Okay, action required. Newly opened terminal windows will update automatically. So I'm assuming this isn't going to work by just typing LSD without running this command. Oh, it does. What? Why do we have to do this? Why? Oh, for path. To get environment variables, or... I don't think I'm going to do that. Backups. So that's the folder. That's really hard to read. Holy shit. Try running LSD with a tree on private. Ooh. Fancy. One of the coolest features of LSD is that you can view your files in a tree-like structure. That's actually pretty cool. I like this. I'm going to keep it. Run it again with both tree and classic flags. Paste the output. That's pretty cool. You must install the nerd font and update the font in your terminal settings for LSD to show icons. Do we care about that? Has no icons. What's up, Mel? Just popping in to wish you a good stream. Just about to get some sleep. Been a busy day. Well, thanks for saying hi. Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a good night's rest. This course is dope. I'm going to go and install LSD now. You learn something new every day. Let's go. Hell yeah. Course 12 is basic C. You can skip that. I promise you don't need to know what a pointer is. Why is that not valuable? Jay, you give me vibes that, like, I don't think you come off as helpful as you think you do. I would chill on, like, the backseat coding. I think you just come off as a bit obnoxious. Like, just reel it back a little bit. Like, that's even a course that I'm looking forward to. If you don't want to go that low level, that's fine, but I don't think you're coming off as helpful as you think you do. Pointers are great. It's good to have experienced them and know how memory works. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. But Najimit, thanks for the follow. Welcome. It works as the initial command you run to install it already had the source command. Okay. It already had this. Oh. It had the source command, but why would it have the required, though? Action required. Why would it say that? The take that a C course is not valuable is wild. Like, and from a practical sense, I think, so the opinion, here's the problem. So the opinion that you don't think pointers is valid is fine, or like worth your time is fine. I don't really care about that. Like, yes, I'm not going to utilize it. But I think there's like a pattern of kind of Jay coming in that I've already talked about, like, backseat coding a little bit too much. I feel like I made myself pretty clear. And then to leave that comment when he has no idea like what we're trying to get out of this or anything, it just comes off as like, this is where backseating and unsolicited feedback doesn't come off as helpful as you think it does. This is where, you know, viewer, like, you gotta read the room a bit. You gotta hear the tone. You gotta listen to the streamer. It just like makes the vibes a bit off. Jay, I don't think you're getting the message. I think you're missing the point. Yeah. Yeah, maybe for you just like chill out with the backseat coding a bit. That's all. I think maybe your intentions are positive, but I don't find them that helpful. You might just not like pointers. That's fine. And you could skip that day for sure. Let's see. Guess it just informs you in case you didn't. Maybe. You might be right about that. All right. So what's nerd font? Nerd font. Do we want nerd fonts? Bunch of glyphs. Ah, okay. Fuck it. Do we install it? Why not? For iTerm, we are not using iTerm. Give me an example to font. I don't care. I don't care that much about it. I just don't. Your call, to be honest, they are nice. Do you like them? Yeah, and that's one recommendation it did have. I don't know. For my job, I need to care a lot about memory. I can't imagine not bothering to learn one of the fundamental aspects of computing, but each their own. I'm with you on that. I'm looking forward to learning it. I'm looking forward to learning it. All right, if you guys think it's nice, we could do it. Yep, YouTube does not allow links. I would generally not assume you could post links in a live stream. Usually you should ask for stuff like that. But yeah, YouTube just blocks all links. I have no control over that. There's even an option to check or uncheck blocking links from non-regular members of YouTube, and it just blocks everything by default. There's nothing I can do. Find terminal in the top Mac menu. Preferences, profiles, text, change, select Droid, sans mono for Powerline Nerd Font Complete, OTF. Double click the font name to save. So it'll change the font of all this text though, won't it? No, it's just for like the icons. Okay. All right, we will. Let's go. Find terminal in the top Mac menu. What do you mean the top Mac menu? Top Mac menu. Profiles. Where is this? So we got to install it first. Find terminal in the top Mac menu. What does it mean by top Mac menu? Oh, you're talking about this? Oh. Oh, profiles. It's not listed. What? Profiles, profile name. I'm seeing Solar Nerd Dark. Let me reopen the terminal. Huh. Terminal settings, text, and font window thing. I have too many windows open. Then font window. What do you mean font window? It's showing that it probably pops up here. Where's the font window? SF mono regular 11. Droid sans mono. So probably here. Crap. Where did it go? Oh, it pops up when I go back to it. Okay. So Droid sans mono. Sans mono, regular. That should be it. $60. I actually do want to increase the font size. That's ridiculous. It is way too small. All right. Were we supposed to create a new profile? We were. Shit. Oh, okay. I see. Fuck. What was it before? Is English? I see what it's saying. I just misread it. Do you guys remember what it was before? SF. Ah, shit. I gotta look at my stream. Hold on. It was SF mono regular 11. Thank you. All right, so that's that. And then we add a new. Wait, I'm not finding it. I always forget. It's a droid. Droid sans mono 16. All right, there we go. We got it. Just had to create a new profile. Let's go. All right, so if we close this, maybe close this. It's not 16. We have to do more. Command plus opens settings of any app. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, command? No, command. That's a zoom in. What do you mean? You mean control plus? Command comma? Oh, what? Oh, literally command plus comma. Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. Okay, so we change it to this. Do we have to, like, set a default? Oh. Oh, we're getting it. Hold on. We're almost there. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful font size where I'm not going to destroy my vision by, like, the time we get to go in Boot.dev. Oh, I love it. All right, here we go. What? LS, oh my, what is it? LSD. We're tripping. LSD, private. There we go. Look at those beautiful icons. Okay. I wonder what that stands for. I'd expect like a folder icon. I love how excited you're getting, Don. This is the excitement I try to contain. I think this is fun. I like this kind of stuff. I do. Thanks for your help, everyone. I do appreciate it. All right. So command. It is a lot to remember. So this is going to be command comma to open the options or the settings for any program. Okay, got it. We got it. Dude, you know what Lane told me? I requested that he increase this, and he's like, nope. But the reason why it'll go to like 21 is he has kind of like some scheduled thing where it'll return it to 20, and it clears it out, but we will never go past 20. This is not a feature they are willing to build at the moment. This is unfortunate. Yeah, this song might go a bit too hard. Fuck it, why not? Let's go. All right. Note on security. As a general rule, it's not smart to pipe a shell script from the internet directly into your terminal because that script could do malicious things. That said, as long as you're doing it via HTTPS, which you are, and you trust the source, in this case, webinstall.dev, it's not as big of a concern. If you want to hear more about it, here's a section of the Backend Banter podcast episode where the creator talks about it more detail. I trust you. We're good with that. VS Code. Up to this point in Boot.dev, you've written code in Boot.dev's in-browser editor, and you've used a standalone terminal. Now, some developers do their work inside a terminal and use a terminal editor like NeoVim, but a lot of developers, myself included, prefer to use a hybrid GUI terminal experience. Ooh, okay, so Lane uses VS Code, does he? Enter VS Code. It's a fairly lightweight editor that's easy to use for beginners, but powerful enough for professionals. VS Code, not to be confused with Visual Studio, is the most popular code editor among developers today. Some other cool GUI editors include Zed. I actually switched to ZO from VS Code recently. We lost Lane already. But it doesn't work on Windows. Ooh, get fucked, Windows. Cursor, IntelliJ, IDEA, and some of the most popular terminal editors are NeoVim, Vim, and Emacs. Okay. If you don't already have a preferred editor, install VS Code on your machine now. We have VS Code. What's up, ZooBook? How you doing, man? Zed is GOAT. You like Zed, Navy? Yeah, rule of thumb, when in doubt, use Homebrew. We're going to be using Homebrew for a while. Yeah, I don't mind copying and pasting the curl commands that Lane provides. I trust. But yeah, Homebrew is definitely my way. There's a way I go. All right. I'm kind of curious. What do you guys use in chat? Like, what do you use for? Do you use well, you probably use a terminal editor at some point, right? But I'm kind of curious, like, what code editor you use and what terminal editor you use, or do you just use a terminal editor for everything? Because I do feel like I see some backend developers like that'll try to use a terminal editor. It just seems like a huge pain in the ass. VS Code? What's up, Anonymous? Because I use VS Code for sure. Love your video about bad habits. It's so honest, and I've been there. Yo, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm assuming you're talking about the recent one. Nano for terminal, VS Code for IDE. Okay. I don't see the advantage right now of using NeoVim for a terminal editor. Why not just use Nano? I'm sure like NeoVim probably has a bit more to it though. I use a pre-configured NeoVim for a while, then switch to Zed because of the AI integration. Ooh, get the fuck out of my code with AI. Fuck that. Use Vim motions though. Okay. Use IntelliJ ultimately with the Vim bindings and iTerm2 for terminal. Okay. Nano for terminal, VS Code. Yeah, see, that's probably what I'm going to use, honestly. You know Vim motions? I've heard good things about Vim motions. It's more comfortable to use it as Nano versus use it versus Nano. What are Vim motions? Hold up. I've heard about them. I don't know what they are. Blazingly fast. Motions, as in movements, are how you move around in Vim. They are commands that, when typed, move the cursor around with a high speed and precision. There are many of them, and each one is best suited for different types and lengths of movement. I find they work great in tandem with the Visual Studio Code native go-to features like go to file and go to symbol. Move horizontally word by word. Word motions let you jump from word to word in either direction from left to right. As such, they allow you to move faster than the basic horizontal motions in either direction. Use a word command to jump to the beginning of the next word. And how do you activate this? They'll allow you to move faster than the basic. Like when you're editing a file, you can use these motions, but how do you indicate that you're about to use a motion and not type a letter? Dang, some harsh words for AI. Yep. Pretty sure I have a whole video on that. And I think you can use it efficiently, but I think there's an overdependence on AI that is going to make good developers less good developers, bad developers, long term. I don't like how people are leaning on making their foundational skills shaky by leaning on it too much. And they will get rusty. I don't like how people are creating dependency on having AI problem solve or critically think for them. I just think it's like, to simplify it, it's really just like an over dependency on it. It's going to hurt people, even senior developers long term, especially newer developers should be avoiding it, like for most things outside of mentorship and learning. It's just how people are using it that I have an issue. I just don't want it in my code. It can fuck the hell off out of my code. Yeah, I think I've seen it. You get out what you put in. What do you mean? In normal mode, you have access to those motions. But what I'm saying is, how do you indicate you're going to use a motion instead of just typing H and L? I do have Zed, but I just use VS Code more and sometimes Visual Studio for C#, although I will try it out. Okay. Writer is GOAT for C#. I envy people who are productive with Vim. For me, it's too much of a learning code, and I will lose a lot of my productivity for the first month or so. I feel like everyone did who learned it, right? I don't think anyone's going to be good with it initially. It's got to be something. It feels like it's got to be something that you dump your time into. Even just like getting a weird keyboard and setting up a bunch of different shortcuts. Like I've seen like Primogen use kind of a weird, funky keyboard. Like if I'm going to go like non-standard, I feel like my productivity is going to go way down until I get comfortable with it. People are using AI as a crutch, 100%. 100%. But it's not just a crutch. I don't know. It would be completely false for me to say that there aren't some senior developers using it effectively, given that they're not letting certain foundational skills get rusty. But like the point is that, and this is what sucks, is there's some. I don't want to go into this again. Never mind. We don't need to get sidetracked that much. We just don't. I just don't want it in my code. I enjoy understanding all of my code on a deep level and being able to dive at a low level at any given time. 100% agree. 100% agree. Yep, I hold that stance. When you are in normal mode in Vim, it will take the keystrokes as the commands. So there's different modes in Vim. Insert mode is for typing. Enter it by hitting I. Normal mode, you just hit W and it moves forward. Okay. So you constantly swap between insert and normal mode that seems like the strategy. I mean, if you just have AI code right for you, you are obviously going to get rusty. I use it to talk through problems, ask it to critique my code. Gotcha. That's a good use case, Navy. It's a good use case. Learn about new approaches. Very good use case for it. And yeah, then it comes down to, like, I'm going the extreme. I just don't want it in my code. I don't want it to create any code for me. But yeah, the way I guess it would depend on like how it's being utilized. But you mentioned Zed had an AI thing where it wasn't writing code for you. It was more of just kind of like a chat client, or to be able to like produce maybe more efficient code and explain why. Or I guess it would depend on like if it's kind of an autocomplete or what's going on with that. I think starting with Chrome Vim extension is a good way to start. You can browse the web with just your keyboard. That's not a bad strategy. I might ask you to remind me of that in a couple weeks. See if because I'm not going to do it right now, but it's an awesome learning tool. If you treat it as a learning tool, asking it to just write your code is not that. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so constantly back and forth. Gotcha. Normal mode to move around the code. Insert mode to type. Visual. Not autocomplete. Okay, cool. We are on the same page with that. You have it disabled. Cool. Okay, that's very different. You're going to be hella slow when you first start, but you'll get fast. That's a good way to practice. I think that sounds like a fun way to practice, too. I wonder if there are people... Like, do you think it's worth your time to just, like, take a week out and never use a mouse? Like learn some basic navigation, even just with Mac in general, and just never use a mouse. Do you think that's worth it? Refactoring AI stop at proper prompting wastes so much time. Why even bother? Also, if you are using VS Code, get the Vim extension for it. If you care about learning the motions, okay. Not yet. I heavily rely on the mouse. I definitely rely on the mouse. Should learn how machine learning models work, but don't use LMs for code. It's not just a crutch, it's a crippling yourself on a purpose to rely on GPT or Copilot to check your code. Yep. What's up, Devin? How you doing, man? How's the mic going? Start with 1 day a week is a bit much. That's fair. But you could do that, right? I think that's my question. Like, you could toss your mouse and navigate entirely through keyboard. Assuming, like, the GUIs, the applications that you're using, you can kind of tab through. I don't think you're going to be as fast, but I think, like, not relying on the mouse would be interesting just for a little bit. Oh, you're on Linux, and it's very possible. It sucked at first, did it, Dewey? I'm working on a 2D game in Game Maker Studio. Yo, let's go. What's the game about? One thing to note, if you learn Vim motions and get used to them, you will want them in every application. All right, that's good to know. Honestly, on Mac, it depends. If you are on Linux, keyboard is away 99% of the time. Okay. Fair enough. It's a curse because you can't go back. I have an old computer. I think at one point, probably in this course, we're going to install Linux and play around with it. I kind of want to, because I still have old memory, a CPU, I think. I think I have RAM. Pretty sure I bought new RAM for this computer. But I kind of just want to set up like a local LLM. And set up like some sort of input and some sort of voice out and be able to talk to it. I think that would be fun. And just like have, maybe it's like Bluetooth, but kind of set up boxes that kind of accept some sort of input. I could just talk to it throughout the house. I think that would be fun. You're a scientist and all of your monsters escapes, so you have to hunt them down. It's a 2D platform shooter. Just implemented gamepad controls for Xbox controller. Nice, man. That sounds like fun. Hell yeah. Then there's lore about why you're even keeping monsters in the first place. I like it. I like it a lot. FBI, open up! Oh, shit. Zinka! Coming in with a raid of 73 people. Yo, Zinka, what's up? How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. If you guys don't know, Zinka is a mod here. She's been awesome to the community. But, yo, what's up? Hell yeah. How'd the stream go? It's good. How are you? I'm pretty good. I just installed NeoVim. Installed a different font. And Chad has been kind of like walking me through some Vim motions and stuff like that. I have not tried any of that, but I'm just learning a little bit more about not being a front-end developer. So that's been fun. But if you guys are new here, we essentially, if you're trying to become a web dev, feel free to ask any questions in chat about kind of jumping into your first position. But usually we just provide a bunch of advice for aspiring developers. And we got a lot of cool people in here that are willing to do the same. So right now we're just going through Boot.dev, diving deeper into the backend, something I haven't done ever. So we're just getting better at the backend right now. But how you guys doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, I forgot. Hold on. Let me turn off follower only mode. I usually do that with a raid off. And Zinka, if you ever raid me, you can turn it off too. I'm sorry, you guys can talk. Usually these streams, all right, it should be off, but usually these streams, we have follower only mode, and it's just like a really chill chat. But what's up? You guys can talk now. My bad. I didn't mean to silence your people. You guys can talk on Twitch. Good, made some progress and broke some things. LOL, same old, same old. Nice, nice. When, so what... Fox Term and it's DJDW. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. What's your end goal with that? It looks like you're like coming towards the end. You almost built that Game Boy and it's looking really good. Then what? Or do you still have a lot to do? Vim is French to me too. Dude, a lot of people recommend Vim. But I even said, I remember my first dev position was a front-end position, and my CTO told everyone to open up something with Vim, and then in Slack I said, do you mean Nano? And then like this is, hold on, let me show you the picture that he sent me. It's like one of my first weeks there. Maybe not first week, but it was pretty close to that. Frog, get the fuck out. Frog GIF. This. Underneath it, it said like, get the fuck out. I'm not even joking. That's what my CTO sent me when I corrected him and said, do you mean open it with Nano? So he is a big Vim fan. He's been on my podcast before, by the way. I thought it was funny. He didn't even DM me yet. He like sent it in the public channel. I'll make it turn on and show the load screen. Oh, wow. You were going pretty deep into that animation. That's pretty cool. Public shame. It was public shame. I never used Vim, by the way, after that. Never used it. Never used it. But yeah, if you guys have questions coming from Zinkas about becoming a dev or whatever, feel free to ask in chat. But I'd love to hear what you guys are working on, too. I like to hear people's projects. Devin is building a game. Scientists, where all of your monsters escape. I think, you know what? In 2024, or it's 2025, wow. In 2025, I think we should build a web game. Why not? I like that idea a lot. Also, most important thing about Vim Motions is arrow keys replaced by HJKL. This is the part that you want everywhere. Oh shit, people got pre-rolls and everything. Dude, I gotta clear the pre-rolls out. I forgot about that. Oh man, your raid got some pre-rolls. Dude, fuck Twitch. Like, I'm so sick of their ad system. I'm so sick of their ad system. I'm so tired of it. Like, just give me the option to shut off ads. We make no money from it. Like, just let us shut it off if we're an affiliate. Dude, they're so crazy. Their ads are so crazy. Last section. Boom. You maybe not doing money, but yeah, they're making money. Exactly. They're making money. I am not a fan. I have ads conservatively on YouTube. You should barely see them on YouTube. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten ads on my live streams. Maybe a few, but they're and you could skip them on YouTube. Like, give us the option to skip them if we don't give a crap about the ad. You know? WSL and VS Code. If you're on Mac or Linux, you can skip this step. Okay, cool. Done. Easiest section ever. We can skip it. Let's go. So we just finished Linux. We are on Learn Git. So anyone that's so we just completed 2 courses. Now this is what we're on, but we got a long ways to go. We did learn Python, command line stuff, now Git, then we're building something with Python, then object-oriented, building something, functional programming, static site generator, learn algorithms, data structures, and then building something again. Then we're diving into C, and then we just keep going and go, and then with Go, learn an SQL, bunch of Go stuff, CI/CD, Docker, and then we got this stuff. Go a little bit deeper. It's a long course. It's a really long course. I'm liking it so far, though. Let's go. For Boot.dev, that's all I wanted to do today. We could just chill and chat. And then tomorrow we're going to start on the Git stuff. How you guys doing? What's up? I don't stream, so I'm not sure if this is true, but I heard if you roll your own ads, then people won't get pre-rolls. Yes, that is true, and I did not roll them, unfortunately. So people are getting pre-rolls. That is very true, though. We do like a 1-minute ad, man, but I would hate to do that with Zinka's raid that just came in and just like give everyone an ad again. Do we do it? I don't know. Don, what really helped me is writing down 2 things from any lesson and force myself to integrate one thing into my workflow. Yeah, we'll have to find a use case for it. We'll have to find a use case for it, but you know, when we're just building web dev stuff, we don't really need to dive into like we don't need a lot of the command line stuff. And I don't think we're gonna have a good use case for it, but if you think of a good use case, let me know. I can't think of a good one just yet, besides just navigating around, because we've kind of learned all the basic commands before that course to just be able to do the minimum that we needed to do. But we shouldn't let that stuff get rusty. So we'll have to think about something for sure. You don't hear this from a lot, but I've been using Vim for 10 years and I wish I had not learned it. Oh, really? When it comes to text editing, it makes you feel angry at every other tool because everything else feels sluggish and inefficient. That's what people are saying, Fox. You get spoiled. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, but then you just get to complain about it for your whole career. And that's kind of fun, isn't it? To be that developer that just is kind of like smug. Like, so you still use VS Code, huh? I was there, buddy. I was there. You get to do that now. This song sounds like Juno Reactor, like the Matrix. It does. This is a brand new playlist. I'm trying it out. It's good for live coding, for sure. You use command line a lot in backend, but you can get away with the basic things you already know. Okay. I think once we get into the CI/CD stuff and Docker and stuff like that, I think we'll probably use it a bit more, but maybe not for a while. What do you guys think is like the very next thing I'll use for backend, or use more command line stuff for backend? Next, become an Arch Linux user. I've talked about it. I have an old computer. We'll probably set up Linux. I don't know if it's going to be Arch Linux. Then you can really boast. I don't know. Like, I'm all for improving my productivity and workflow. I don't know if setting up Arch Linux does that. Just seems like a pain in the ass. Most things have their own commands. We'll see. Oh, I mean, anything doesn't have to be a lesson. Well, that's what I mean. Like, what would we use it for? I can't think of anything right now. You're right. I just can't think of anything right now. Just do it for the meme. Should we set up Arch Linux just like one time so we can just brag? Dude, hold on. Oh. Let me change the title. Ask me anything about Just installed. Oh, wait. Ask me anything about becoming a web dev. Installed NeoVim, by the way. There we go. Be a little smug about it. But yeah, maybe like if we just install it once, maybe I can ask like if anyone's kind of just being annoying, I can ask them to prove that they've installed Arch Linux and set it up. And if they haven't, we could just ban them. I like that. You and I ironically used it for 8 months. You will earn the right to tell everyone that use Arch Linux, by the way, in NeoVim. Maybe we code on Linux. Maybe at some point in this course, we just completely switch to Linux. I don't know. Replying to people on Reddit doesn't count. Assuming you have time, any time to make friends. I meant command comma. Oh, for settings. Oh, okay, okay. Like from now on, only use command comma to open every setting for... I like that. That's a good use case. That's a really good use case, Dewey. Yeah, I like that a lot. Maybe we use it. Yeah, maybe we use it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to run a 1-minute ad. We're going to chill and talk for 20 minutes. But I know people are getting pre-rolls, and pre-rolls just suck. So I'm going to be right back. 1-minute break, quick bathroom break. You got 1 minute. You have 1 minute to go pee and wash your hands, okay? You got 1 minute. Ready, set, go. You better be timing me. 59 seconds. 59 seconds. I'm fast. You can use Spotlight search to open things quickly or try Raycast. I use Spotlight search. Never tried Raycast. What kind of projects are you guys working on, by the way? What are you building? Kind of curious, because I know we have some experienced developers and non-experienced. What are you guys building? And I'm assuming some of you like CSS because you're watching Zinka, right? Because she's doing like heavy CSS stuff. I think that... What are you guys building? Confidence? Nice. I like it. Let's build some confidence. Let's go. Educational app. Okay, what kind? Kind of educational app? Just like educating about a certain topic, or like a generic app that allows people to create their own tutorials? Or I'm building the CRM. And what's up, Holy? How you doing, man? CRM, huh? Probably a pretty heavy project. Stuff like this adds up. After like 3 months, you'll surprise yourself at how much you've learned. I agree with you. I do. Yeah, and you know, feel free to like suggest stuff like that. If I can think of ways to integrate some of the stuff that I'm learning into my workflow and kind of force myself to do it, I am down to do it. I don't want my skills to get rusty, and I want to continue diving a bit deeper with it. But I do think that's the solution, right? As someone trying to get better with backend, I do think that's something I should be focused on. I'm working on adding a canary development with auto rollback for deployment system. Ah, okay. What's a canary development? I've heard that term before in my previous developer positions, but we kind of just named... What was the name canary used for? I don't remember. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Omni Digital Tech, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, man? Hacks, Feathers UI, no one has ever... Yup, nope, never. Drawing tools, logic, minigames, basic math, and language. Ooh, okay. Drawing tools. Feathers UI. What do you... That's kind of cool. So it's just kind of like an interactive tool for education. It's pretty big and have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go. That's sounds like a fun project. I'm sure you're fully capable of it. That does sound like a fun project, though. That does sound like a really fun project. So I just released a video. Pretty candid about the type of advice I'm going to be focused on in February. But for those that are trying to become a developer, if you are serious about becoming a developer and you know the market is not great and you are struggling, but you actually want to stand out, I think the videos in February are going to be for you. I think they're going to be for people who have kind of been spinning their wheels for many months and like kind of just need some hard truth and like candid advice on how to pull out of it. But if you are someone, and I'm just warning you now, if you are someone that like, you don't really have your head in the game, you're kind of like on the verge of giving up as a developer, my videos will probably make you give up as a developer in February. So I think there are going to be some lighter ones, but I kind of just want to get everything I have to say out there in my YouTube videos. And if you can't handle that, like, I don't know. If you can get through those videos, I think they're going to be very helpful. But I'm still at a point where I think a lot of people have very mismanaged expectations of what it takes to get their first position. And we just got to have some very, very honest talks about that. So that is upcoming in February. I'm looking forward to it. But I think the recent video that I launched today will kind of hint towards that. But it's fun. I'm looking forward to it because there's a lot of things that I want to say. So the initial videos are going to be the mindset, very broken mindset that a lot of aspiring developers have. So it'll be fun. Kind of like the old me. I'm not very experienced with coding. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So it's kind of just a tool to be able to build up. Are you trying to get better with coding, or are you just trying to build stuff? Definitely like the new vid. Good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I think I saw you comment. I gotta actually read the comments, but I had some comments pop up. What? This song, what? Here I am creating a task manager application. Okay. Nice. Sounds like fun. A task manager with React. What do you mean task manager? Oh, you're just talking about like a to-do list? A massive reality check is needed for some aspiring devs, and you nailed it. Yep. My advice, stay the fuck off Reddit. Stay off of Reddit. It's probably the worst platform, unless you can really take things with a grain of salt. It's probably the most black-pilled platform you're going to get for devs right now. Not helpful. Just a bunch of quite frankly, a bunch of losers who will not amount to much of anything. Reddit is, I'm not saying everyone on Reddit, but like majority of Reddit is a bunch of losers who are pretty much black-pilled, no confidence, incredibly insecure, and want to spread that insecurity and project it onto other people. Reddit is like one of the worst platforms you could be on to gain any sort of insight into the industry or become a better developer. It is just like becoming a trash pile of people that want to make everyone else miserable, just like they are. That is Reddit right now. You can ignore me? I didn't ignore you. What? Reddit is for sweaty basement dwellers. It very much is. Yup. This song is nostalgic. It's a goofy. I know. I've heard this song before. It's a goofy song. I got this from Quinn. I don't know if anyone watches him. Like goofy ass dude on Twitch. Pretty entertaining. I like his gameplay. I don't know. He's just funny. But I stole his playlist. I'm actually trying to build and ship this app. Oh, very cool. Creating and trying to ship things have been the best way to learn so far. That's awesome. Yo, that's awesome. That's pretty cool, Fox. Reddit gives me cancer. Yeah, Reddit is bad. Reddit is really bad. We like to shit on Reddit here. Now, to be fair, we do have someone with like, you know, he's someone that's come onto our podcast with like 10,000 karma on Reddit. And typically, I really like to point out the type of person that has 10,000 karma on Reddit. But this dude's pretty cool. Derek's pretty cool. There are always exceptions on Reddit. But most people, especially Reddit mods, it's like, man, just makes me feel gross thinking about them. Similar to a Jira application or ClickUp. Oh, gotcha. So, okay, so it's a bit more than a to-do list for sure. I gotcha. That's interesting. Reddit is where imagination and creativity goes to die. Very true. Very, very true. Reddit is just a different level of brain rot. Yeah, it really is. It's depressing. And it's a bit of an echo chamber on Reddit, too. Definitely a bit of an echo chamber. Derek, the sole good boy Reddit user. Very true. Very true. We don't have a lot of Reddit people here. I probably chase them away. Canary development or deployment. And by the way, if you guys have any web dev career questions about trying to become a dev, feel free to ask in chat or anything like that. Canary development is when you put a box with a new code to run in production alongside with old code. Okay. So new code only gets a small amount of traffic. If it throws errors, the system rolls back. That's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. That's unique. I never thought of that. It's the same idea as Canary used back in the day to detect if there's poison gas in coal mines. Ah, that's very cool. Oh, so we did have that set up. My first dev position, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are the strategies that I'm like very ill-equipped with. Not that knowledgeable about. That's pretty cool to learn that kind of stuff. I know one thing, so I've been talking about it. I think we might learn Angular on stream. Alleys258, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I think we might learn Angular on stream. I've wanted to learn it in private just to chill out. It was kind of supposed to just be a little project I did when I wanted to wind down for the day. And I'm not coding outside of streams. It almost feels like if I would, because I need to do a bunch of stuff. I need to create the course. I need to create a bunch of videos. But it almost feels like I need to stream to force myself to like work on a project, because I don't make money from it. But when I do stream it, It does help with accountability, and I don't just put it off. I might need to stream my live coding sessions again. And the very next thing I need to do, I want to learn Angular. I just want to check it out because I'm tired of React. Have you gone through React Native on stream? Nope. No, I have not, Pandokai. I don't have any mobile apps that I want to build. Like maybe we use React. Well, I don't want to use React Native. If I'm going to build a mobile app, I don't think it's going to be with React Native. I don't know what we're going to build it with, but that's a ways down the road. Like for Twitch Sprout, if we want to build a mobile app, I don't know if I'm going to use React Native. I really don't think I want to use React for Twitch Sprout. I'm not saying that I'll maintain Angular forever. I just don't think I want it to be React. But, who knows down the road. Unlurk, Angular is fantastic. What's up, Ram? I'm looking forward to learning it. I think if I like Nest, I'll like Angular. And maybe I'll be wrong. It's going to be pretty heavy for sure. But that's okay. It's more for learning. Maybe I'll love it. I'd watch it, to be honest. Angular is doing a lot lately to get some more new traction. Yeah, it seems like they've simplified things. Signals looks interesting. But it does seem like they're trying to make it a little bit more welcoming and attract more modern developers. I think it looks interesting. I can't do a side project without streaming it. Like you said, it keeps you accountable and consistent. I think that's what I need to do. I think it's what I need to do. So maybe we do some Boot.dev stuff and then we jump into Angular. I think that's the way to go. Why and what would you choose? I don't know. Maybe we learn Swift. I'm kind of in a phase right now where I want to build small projects with different ecosystems. Like we're probably going to build something with Python and Django, build kind of a tool, a community tool. Probably build that on stream. After we get done with all the Python stuff with Boot.dev, we'll take a small break, build something small with Django. We'll learn Django, and I just want to see, how it goes. Bondokai, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome. But I'll probably build something with Go. Think about a tool that I can build with Go. Like I always have ideas. But I just want to build... I don't just want to go through a course. I want to build something with kind of like the common framework that's going to be utilized, and we're going to build something web dev based. But I just want to try different stuff. And if we do build something mobile, like why not learn Swift? Why not learn Java or something like that for Android? And because I'm pretty sure Java's still like the most popular for Android, and Swift is most popular for iOS. Like that, I feel like that's a ways away. I feel like that's maybe like 2 years away if we're going to do something like that. I built a RN app to send me notifications for my servers when something goes wrong. Never touched it again. Okay. We just build stuff we never touch again. It would be hard to choose, to be honest, as to make app for iOS, you need Mac. Well, I have a Mac. Frameworks are funny. I had a friend that used Angular just right off the bat when it first came out. I believe Intel was around. He was always very productive. Made his first app that ended up earning money. Oh, nice. Good money. Ended up getting a job as a dev. I find it interesting that there are some people out there just building stuff and not giving... Adam of an F. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And there are developers that'll kind of learn stuff that isn't the most popular, but they just get good at it. And they go a little bit more niche. And I think that's cool. For Android, Kotlin now? Is Kotlin the most popular? Is it? Okay. But older apps still use Java. Okay. Is Kotlin just newer, or is it the most popular? Do you know that I often get, look at my horse is amazing, stuck in my head and catch myself singing it out loud? Oof. You are welcome, Zinka. You are welcome. It's a good meme. I like it. Gives me old Twitch vibes, and I love it. It's nostalgic. We could do Baby Shark. Could make it a lot worse. You mean that you will build it? My bad. I was thinking that you mean some project. Oh, for you to make. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So here's the thing, and I want to hear your feedback. We've been thinking about doing this. I think I want to host more hackathons, but if I host another hackathon and I'm going to put time into it, let's do it for a community project. We need stuff for the community. And then maybe like the winner, we do like a code review. And then for all the projects, we'll do kind of like just a portfolio project review and kind of give feedback on how you can make that into a portfolio project. But I think it'd be fun for people to group up. You could do it solo, but I think it'd be fun to encourage people to group up and build something cool for the community. And we'll make it we'll require like an MIT license for it or something like that, so people can just learn from each other and take it and expand it if they want, and other people can use it. But I think that'd be fun. Kotlin is beautiful. You like Kotlin, huh? Please no Baby Shark. I gotta think of I don't think I want Baby Shark. I don't know. I don't mind memes, but I don't know if I want like some child singing in my stream as a 35-year-old man, to be honest. Like, I don't know how that looks. But if they know I'm a bit of a troll, I think they get it. Sus indeed. Kotlin is newer, but once you learn a static language, the rest shouldn't be bad to pick up. I'm going to skip this song. But how'd your stream go, by the way, Zinka? Because you're consistent now. You're doing every Monday. And 73 viewers. It seems like you got your old viewership again. I figured that would happen once you were consistent with it for like a month. Overall, Java still has a large percentage, but you need to take into account that there are a lot of dead old apps. Yeah, that's fair. And some large mature apps have mixed code base. I might do Java, though. I've always been interested in trying it out. I don't know, though. That's way down the road. I don't know. Written initially in Java, but now shifting to Kotlin. Some of the larger, mature ones with a mixed code base. I don't know. But that's okay. I think the immediate thing that we're going to learn... Here, let me get a different song. You know what? Let's go to my playlist. We'll start with this song. Why not? I'm going to get tired of this song very quickly. I've been playing it too much. Yeah, definitely going to be learning... Yeah, maybe we do it on stream. We learn Angular on stream as we learn Python stuff. Then we hit a break with Boot.dev. We get done with all the Python stuff. We build something with Django. We build a small project. I think that's the way to go. I like that plan. We don't have to worry about learning anything else. Don't have to touch React for a while. I just build courses. I build my own course, and we're chilling. Once I launch my own course, I think we're chilling for a little while. I suspect that it's going to do really well. A lot of people have been waiting for it. I could be wrong, though. I really want to learn Angular. I think we do it on stream. I think that's the play. I don't know if we'll start this week. Maybe we do a little bit. I think I just need to let people backseat code and get the hell over it for Angular. I don't know. Man, I hate backseat coders. Just because, I don't hate backseat coders. I just, it takes the fun out of it for me. I gotta, figure out a good middle ground for it. I just don't know yet. I don't know. Song's good, isn't it? Since I'm on the Java pill right now, I recommend it. Modern Java is really nice. Is it? Okay. Every Monday, indeed. Or wait, hold up. Let me catch up. I'm masochistic, so I wouldn't bother landing a job in the Java. Okay. Every Monday, indeed. Non dropped a raid 2. Oh, okay. So she helped with viewers. I was at like about 50 before she came in. Like you said, I'm almost done with the look. Excited to make it do something next. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. But yeah, good on Non for the raid. That's kind of her. Dude, she goes like every day, almost every day. She's insane. I don't know about you, Zinka. I don't know if I want to stream every single day. I wouldn't learn Java unless it's on the job. I'd learn Go instead. Okay. A lot of people really hype up Go. It's coming from someone who wrote Java professionally for 5 years. I'll keep that in mind. I'm more excited to learn Angular and continue working with Nest in Node. And I'm pretty excited to like finally try out Django once we get to the end of the Python stuff. I needed to learn Java if I plan to work locally, but it's not where the heart is. Okay. Not a lot of people like Java. Good thing about streaming CSS is everyone hates it, so no one backseats. That's awesome. That is funny. Yeah, no, everyone backseats with JavaScript. Dude, you're right. Like, no one backseats with CSS. When I'm working on CSS stuff, no one backseats it. You are right about that. If I am streaming, I'll accept backseat coding. And yeah, and you could do that and you'll gain more viewers for it. For me, it's like, it just sucks the enjoyment out of it. I don't want people to solve my problems for me. When I'm learning, like when I'm brand new to something like Angular, so for a while, I was open to feedback with Nest. And I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I learned enough to be able to like build the application. I care about the convention, so I'll constantly look it up. But like I'm kind of like making forward momentum with Nest. But like Angular, brand new, I don't mind people backseating in the beginning, but there's a certain point where I'm like, okay, like now I got to reinforce this stuff. And every time that you're typing in my chat, like what I need to do, blah, 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 it sucks the fun out of it, and I don't reinforce it. You telling me what to do does not reinforce it. Me thinking about it, looking up documentation, try to like recall, like that reinforces it. So I don't even think it's effective for learning. I think it's actually very ineffective when you're learning something new, but I'm more open to it in the beginning. But yeah, like if you are, here's the problem. Especially if you're a newer developer, if you stream, I highly recommend you be careful about all the backseating, because I see a lot of experienced developers that'll come into new developer streams and they will just constantly backseat over and over and over, and all the stream is doing, or all the streamer is doing, is like reading it, kind of comprehending it, then editing their code, reading chat. Hey, and you just build a habit. It's like, okay, chat, now what? And they spent like 30 seconds trying to figure it out. And they're like, I don't know. And then they'll start looking at chat and be like, oh, you know what? You're right. This makes sense. And like in their head, they think that they're learning, but they're not. They're not reinforcing any of it. I don't think it's good for learning at all. Is Dart good for cross-platform app development? No idea. Working on an Angular client for games to play with family. Sort of like Jack. Ooh, what a fun project. I would love to build something like that. That's cool. Daily streaming is hard. Even when I did, I can only do it for 4 to 6 hours. Dude, 4 to 6 hours is crazy. Yeah, she does it for like 8. She's nuts. She's in like psychosis mode. She's lost touch with reality. That's any streamer that streams for that long and codes, that's crazy. I could never do it. Nobody knows. A lot of people just don't know CSS. It's not even that they hate it. They just don't know it. Many people dunk on Java, including me in many cases, is because it's not really used for new stuff. It's mostly used for legacy. I do think, yeah, people just dunk on things just because they like want to like completely destroy it from software engineering in general. I think they just want it to go away, so they dunk, maybe. Must be a really hard balance to strike. Yep.
Look at my horse is amazing.
TJ Empson. How's it going, man? Welcome. I don't want to be told what to do unless I ask. That's the thing. Yep. But sure, definitely tell me if I'm on the right track or not, and I'll experience it. Yes, you don't get that feedback. You get whatever feedback you get. But yeah, it's like establishing those boundaries, I think, is important. It's definitely important as a streamer, for sure. Pagadal, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Go is a newer thing that gets traction in the industry, and many cool kids are doing it right now. Go is pretty popular among Twitter and Twitch. Plus, it's impossible to not find a library that does something you want. For Java. Yeah, Java's ecosystem is really built up, isn't it? Just disable chat. Chat gets frustrated watching you. Then when you are done, let them rant. I could do that. I actually don't mind that. I honestly don't. Like, no joke. But there are people that'll come in and just like want to talk and say hi and stuff. And I'm like, I want to engage with those people. But the backseat coders, I don't want to engage with. You know what we should do? Here's what we should do. Here's what we should do. We should build a tool that uses AI to analyze, just toss it to ChatGPT's API, but uses AI to analyze chat. And it, like for my chat, it only lets the non-backseat coders messages come through. What do you think about that? We don't even tell them. Treat them however you'd like, but a backseat coder that only helps when you want describes LLMs pretty well. I mean, yeah, we could just use an LLM. Java is awesome when you have to debug, but every PR is going to be like 200 files because all the generated code. Java has a lot of established design patterns that can feel bloated to people, but there's a reason why many of the world's largest apps are built on Java. Scalable, yes, yeah, it scales. That's kind of why I want to dive into Angular. I don't like working with a lot of React front ends. Like the React front ends that I worked with were a while ago, but they were pretty well organized. But you go to a different React shop, they do things entirely differently. My hot take for today, I really try to like Go, but I don't enjoy it at all, but I appreciate it. Why don't you enjoy it, Jake? What's up, Not a Hacker? How you doing? You can take Java's type of verbosity any day. Is this so confusing? I mean, like things like Zestand helps. Never heard of Zestand. Why do you find React confusing, Fox Terms? Oh, you use Angular. Not a Hacker uses Angular. How do you like it? It's frustrating when I see experienced devs hopping into newer dev streams and just backseating the most niche, advanced. Yes. Almost as like yo, you just nailed it. Almost as a self-brag. Look at me, more than genuine help. 100% Ram. The number of people that I've seen in like Zinca or non-stream, it's literally just self-boasting. It's like they are literally just jacking themselves off. It's just a reach around to themselves. That is it. Their intention isn't to be helpful. It's to look good and look at me and look what I can teach you. That is a mindset for so many backseat coders, and it makes me cringe so much when I see it. You know you can identify it. You know you can identify it. But yes, what's up, Jeremy? How you doing, man? Been studying web dev, got into SvelteKit. Everyone tell me learning React doesn't matter. Might want to eventually do freelance. It depends on what your goals are. What are your end goals? Are you trying to get into freelance? Are you trying to... It just depends why you're learning all this stuff, you know? Can't really say why I don't enjoy it. It just makes me feel miserable. Okay. All right. Go makes you feel miserable. Been using it since V1, which was a disaster, but V2, and it's great. You didn't like V1. Okay. I learned like a basic form of it a long time ago when it first came out. Then I switched to React. So you like V2? I'm backseating. Angular and HTMX are two very, very different experiences. Just build websites, eventually freelance? Well, build websites for what? Maybe. Like, it's hard to say what you should do if, like, you don't have a solid plan. So if you just want to learn some shit and just get exposure to it, that's kind of, just learn whatever piques your curiosity. I think that's where you're at right now. Here to kick it with cool people. I really hate it when people who go in just to talk down on streamers. Yeah, people do that. I don't see a whole lot of that, but I'm not in a lot of coding streams. Like talking down to a streamer, like saying like, oh, you suck or something like that. I don't think I've seen a lot of that. Glad to hear it, Jeremy. Glad to hear it. I think we're going to come back and start learning Angular on stream. We were just talking about that. I'm a C++ dev. Want to dive into full stack as well, since I'm currently pursuing my master's and I want to be industry ready by next year. I tried out React, but kind of feel off since I don't have prior knowledge. Any suggestions? You probably dove into React too quickly. You want to do full stack. I mean, like, before you dive into React, get good with JavaScript. You probably dove in too quickly. A generic templated assessment that you could do for yourself is just go through Eloquent JavaScript, first 6 chapters. If you understand all the material, you can do all the challenges in the back of each chapter, no problem. You're probably ready for React. But if you struggle with any of it, you probably aren't. You probably need to get more comfortable with JavaScript. I just opened the freezer to see my husband has a bowl of snow from the cold we had Texas last week. Why are men like this? You've eaten snow before though, right? That's just smart thinking, right? Just the texture, and it's just a bit different. It's probably a bit new for you guys in Texas. He's probably just saving it to eat later. Personally, I think if you have strong fundamentals in JavaScript and programming in general, any library framework shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, just a matter of preference. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people really don't get their foundations down. Not talking down, just giving unsolicited advice. Yeah, it's usually the intention. I don't know. It's like you know the type of person that'll just go from live stream to live stream and like just their only purpose is to tell you what to do differently. It's to tell you what you can improve. It's to fix your problem. It's not a selfless act. It's a bit of an ego act, I think. I think it's less selfless than some people might think. And that's okay. That's okay to like have fun doing that. There are some streamers that are going to welcome it for sure. But you got to also read the room. Is a streamer open to that before you just jump in with a bunch of unsolicited feedback? Zero context. Yeah, and with zero context, they're not asking like, why are you doing it this way? It's like, no, you should be doing it this way. Here's how I would do it. It's like, you don't even know the project, dude. We've thought about this. We didn't do it for this reason. You don't even know the project. You're just giving unsolicited feedback. Which is like, even when you work on teams, no one likes unsolicited feedback from a developer that doesn't gather context. Like you just come in, it's like someone coming to your desk, looking over at your code, and you're like, why are you doing it that way? You should do it this way. And they've never even like looked into the feature. They don't know the requirements of the feature. It's like, go away. You do the code review after it's done, and you can look at the requirements on the feature. Just go away for now. Like, no one likes that dev that does that. Angular, cool. I've done Angular before. I didn't hate it. I think I like it. I think I will. Yeah, we should be doing it because I am not making progress with it outside of streaming. I think I just need to stream it. If you dive into backend more, you will see that many backend devs really, because backend devs hate JavaScript. They hate CSS. Probably use a CSS library too. That's okay. If you don't want to get better at front end, like, you don't have to. If you just want to build a UI, HTMX is for you. Like, CSS library is for you. Totally use it. No, I've not eaten snow. What do you mean? Why would it... Wait, are you trolling? Zinc, are you talking about in your entire life you've never eaten snow? Is she joking? You like Laravel too? If I work with PHP, I would learn Laravel. I'd probably have fun with it. First bucks I ever made with the programming was coding a PHP site for a tiny local business. Let's go. Do you recommend any good JavaScript tutorials or courses? JavaScript specifically? You could just... There's so many courses out there for JavaScript. For aspiring front-end developers, I highly recommend Scrimba. That's why I partnered with them. But there are so many different JavaScript courses out there. You could kind of just pick. But I highly recommend Scrimba. I did it from scratch. No CSS lives, no Laravel, no Symfony or Composer. I see that code smells. I had Vim in a dream. Nice, Fox. You haven't eaten snow either? I am not trolling. I mean, maybe when I was a kid, but never as an adult. Of course, a man who puts jelly on pizza also eats snow. Yeah, because I have very sophisticated tastes that you could probably learn from. What do you mean? That's crazy. Everyone's eaten snow. They've tried it, right? It's not even the flavor of it, because you do get some flavor from the dirt and it's good, but it's the texture and like how it feels to eat snow. Like, you just grab a ball and start eating it. It's the experience of eating it, right? Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I am from a tropical island and snow as an adult, never eaten them. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit different. There's an awesome YouTube channel that explains Angular stuff called Decoded Frontend. Okay. Yeah, I gotta think about like what we could do on stream. Decoded Frontend. Okay. Try to keep that in mind. Thank you for that. Here, I'll do Angular router. Wonder how old his videos are. Just say one and I'll check it out. You are the only... There's no way I'm the only snow eater. I live in Wisconsin. Of course I've eaten. See? Yeah, if you're from Wisconsin, you probably had a lot of snow. Flavor... It's not like it's, like, bad. It's just, like... You know, it's not always the cleanest, but it's still really good. Try Nutella on pizza dough? Ooh, that sounds interesting. We're not trolling. You are not. I'm not trolling. Just don't. That was the only rule. Only rule was don't eat yellow snow. That was the only rule. You'd probably freak out. You wouldn't freak out. It's delicious. Good for the immune system. Yes. Challenging your immune system a little bit. I mean, like, you could eat yellow snow, right? Pee is sterile. It's not that big of a deal. I drank out of the hose. Yes, exactly. You're just a normal kid, just experiencing life. I feel like all these kids, they just lived in bubbles their whole life. Not all of us hate JS, CSS. Some of us are inveterate polyglot devs who like to experiment. You are definitely polyglot dev. Snow ice cream is delicious. Ooh. What's your opinion on hard coding sites for freelancing rather than no code sites like Wix? You could probably use either. It just depends on, like, talk to your client and what their requirements are. If you could solve it through like a low code solution, I think that's fine. And you could charge a bit cheaper, of course, but yeah, like both are solutions. At the end of the day, you have to understand what their long-term requirements are, but it's just solving their problem. It's one of those times where I'm proud to be self-taught. I went into backend with only JS knowledge. Learning Java was hard, but now I'm comfortable across the stack. Let's go. Oh, so you started with JavaScript too, huh? Tell Zinka she needs to look up some recipes for snow ice cream. Hold on. Thank you, Ram. Thank you. Is it even safe? Yes, it's safe to eat snow. Of course it is. Snow ice cream. Hold on. Okay, Zinka. Hold up. All right. Look at this. You're welcome, Devon. Dude, does this not look good? This looks crazy good. Look at this. You're missing out. I don't know. I live in Houston. We have a lot of air pollution. So what? I definitely used to live next to the steel mills. We had some air pollution. Puts hair in your chest. It's good. It's good for you. This explains a lot. Very true. Really, a lot of pollution went to my brain. It's like collecting rainwater, no big deal. Yeah, exactly. Dark snow slush by the road is licorice flavored. There you go. Maybe don't listen to Ram. I don't think it's like, it's just part of the experience. It's not just eating snow. It's playing in the snow, building a snow tunnel, then a snowman, and then coming in and like with a handful of snow and just, eating it. Or well, it's not even that. Like what you do is you build like a snow tunnel, you build a little fort, you go underneath, you grab some snow, just, from the walls, and you just like chill there. It's a little bit warmer, and you just start eating it. Snowball fights, yes. Yeah, mild brain damage. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Come on. Built igloos all the time, too. I've never built an igloo. I think that'd be fun. I always built tunnels. Or I would build... So what we would do is we would just build kind of forts, but we would usually never build the top of it. So... It would just be like snow wars, right? So, your friend would go to a certain distance and then kind of build their fort up, build a wall, and you might build like little lookouts and stuff like that. But then you would try to peg each other, and you could duck behind your wall to defend, pop out, throw a snowball, and like you could get some nourishment, eat a little bit of snow, and then you would kind of like build more snowballs and be like, all right, break time, let's get our snowballs all built up, and you'd eat one of them, and you just like kind of stockpile them and get them ready. You have to have them in the a perfect spot. You can't just pile all the snowballs on the ground. You need to like build a little bit of a shelf for it. So like quick access, you grab it, boom, you throw it, right? But you can't, like if you're always ducking down, then you're popping your head up, boom, you get hit because you're not paying attention. So, but the snow forts and the snowball wars were really fun. And then eventually, either you or the other friend breaks the trust, and you jump and leap over your fort to go and like body slam their fort. And then you're probably going to like get pegged with a few snowballs before you do it. And then they get mad at you. And then it's like, okay, together, let's go destroy my fort. And then we're going to go inside and have some hot chocolate. Snow angels, that too. This is my childhood. We got banned from the Walmart parking lot when it snowed because we dug so many tunnels and the plowed up snow piles. Really? Why would you get banned for that? That's crazy. That's cool. Snow tunnels were really cool. That sounds fun. My friends just shoved snow down the back of my jet. Damn. Yeah, there's some of that, but yeah, I guess there's that. It's cold. Yeah, I mean, you do get some of that, but I'm pretty sure I did that to a few girls that I liked. Put snow down their shirt. I'm pretty sure. Because that's how you showed a girl that you liked her. You know? I definitely did. Yeah. No, they would have killed me. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying, as a boy, I did it. Snowplow just got it got stuck in our tunnels. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, girls had a hard time in my group too. Yeah, if you had like, especially girls in like a group of boys, yeah. It was always more fun to pick on the girl. Absolutely. Sucks to suck, I guess. Damn hooligans, very true. All right, I think that's it. I do think I want to record some videos, or a couple at least, before I go to bed tonight. I gotta find some energy for it, so I'm gonna eat. And yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. We're gonna learn some Git stuff. I think probably next week I'll start the Angular. Probably. I might even start it this week, but I wouldn't expect that. So yeah, maybe next week we'll do it. All right, guys. Hey, good convo. I like these. They're fun. We'll jump into Boot.dev's new course tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. Stick around on Twitch. Let's go ahead and raid someone. I will see everyone tomorrow on YouTube. Take care.